Hello, my name is Nadine and a very warm welcome to this year's WEA Awards. Now, these awards are a fantastic opportunity to celebrate our students' achievements and the quality of teaching and support our tutors provide. Now, as well as being a proud ambassador of the WEA, I'm your awards host today. Now, as well as announcing the winners and the runners-up in 9 different awards categories, this evening, we're also going to put the spotlight on 2 new fellows. So Malcolm Grant, former chairman of NHS England, as well as Ruth Spellman, the former CEO of the WEA, and both will be inaugurated as fellows of the WEA. More about that later on. And of course, a big thank you to our sponsors, in particular, the Lloyds Banking Group, who have sponsored this event. And delighted that Barbara Casey from Lloyds is with us. Barbara, can you give us a wave? Hello there. And thank you also to our media partner, FE Week, and welcome to Fraser Wilden, their senior reporter, who is also with us today. Fraser, a warm welcome to you. And Fraser, don't be shy, give us a wave too. Fabulous. Thanks also to our other sponsors, and I'll be sharing the details of all of those who have sponsored each student or tutor award as and when we come to each award. Now, how the awards are going to work is that for each category, I'll announce the runner-up first and tell you a little bit about them and their achievements. We'll then reveal the winner of that category by showing you a video about them telling their own story. And these videos have been put together by the WEA team, so big thank you to them. Once we play the video, I'll hand over to the sponsor of that category who'll say a few words about why they supported the event, and then we'll present the award virtually. And then there's a further opportunity for the winner to respond, all done through the power of Zoom. And all the runners-up and winners should have received a framed certificate in the post prior to the awards. Hopefully it was bubble wrapped well and it's all in one piece. And we've asked them to try and squeeze that in their camera shot. So let's see how that works later on. And what we're going to do, we're going to present the awards first, followed by the tutor awards. And last year was also not the year we at the WEA expected. So despite the onset of the pandemic, which closed our face-to-face provision back in March 2020, we still reached nearly 40,000 students across England and Scotland, supporting them not only with vital skills for changing careers, but giving them a lifeline. As many of us within the WEA family appreciate already, education is not just about employment, it's also for physical and mental health and community. And I don't know if you've had a chance to read the WEA Impact Report. I know Simon Parkinson is going to talk about why WEA is so special later on. But just to mention, when I was on an ambassador's call a couple of months ago, we had a chance to discuss some of the key findings of the Impact Report ahead of its publication. And what was striking is that learning is so much more than knowledge. It is confidence, friendship, purpose, and above all, hope. And there are some brilliant quotes throughout the report bringing to life that sentiment. And just to share one of the quotes from a student with you, WEA classes, either online or face-to-face, are a huge help in maintaining my mental health and well-being. I've made friends and developed interests which would not happen easily without the WEA. The development of online courses have had enormous benefits to help me feel connected to the world and mentally active. Well said, hear, hear. So let's get on with the awards ceremony. Let's get it underway with the first award of this event. And it's the WEA Student Career Success Award. Now, this category celebrates students who have used their new skills to secure a job, start a new business, or progress at work. And this award is kindly sponsored by NCFE, a leading provider of educational services and an awarding organisation passionate about designing, developing, and certifying diverse, nationally recognised qualifications and awards. Representing today is one of their account executives, Anthony Gardner, and it's great to have him here. And looking through all the nominations for the WEA Student Career Success Award, we had a really interesting mix of people put forward for this award, not least the runner-up, Tatiana Gujahir. And Tatiana, I'm not sure if she's able to attend today, but just to tell you very briefly about Tatiana, she came to the UK with her family in 2016 and actually joined the WA's English as a second language ESOL class in early 2017. And at the time, she had limited knowledge of English, primarily picked up from watching American movies, which I don't know about you, is how I speak my English too. And she very quickly became a valued and enthusiastic member of the class. And any spare time she had was spent online, adding to her knowledge of the English language. And Tatiana has put her new skills to good use, running and managing a cafe with excellent engagement. And there's been some great feedback from her customers. So congratulations, Tatiana, on your success as this year's runner-up. So let's now find out who has won the WEA Student Career Success Award by showing you the following video, which features our first winner.
So I'm Joanne Scott, and I have won the Student Career Success Award. I first heard about WEA probably about 2 years ago now. I was told about one course, but since then I've attended many, many more. I don't think I could pick out a favourite, but I think the one that's helped me the most has been about building confidence, because at one point I had no confidence whatsoever in myself, and now, well, here I am. You know, I couldn't pinpoint a point where I thought, that's when my confidence improved. It just did. You know, and it's quite bizarre really. You're learning without realising you're learning, and you're changing without realising you're changing. At the moment I've set up my own organisation. I would never ever have done that because I didn't believe I could, and I didn't believe that I was worthy of that. Where now I do believe it, and it is because of the courses I've attended through WEA. It's made such an impact. Everybody's noticing the difference in me, even down to what I'm wearing. You know, this is colour. I would never have worn colour. But now I'm just like, yeah, do you know what? This is me, and I'm comfortable like this. And it is down to things like the WEA courses. It was such a shock. Like I said, my hands clasped to my face, the tears started streaming down my face. I was an absolute mess. I just walked around in shock then for the rest of the day. And it was humbling, it was extremely humbling, because to think that somebody else recognised what I've done and what I'm achieving, it's absolutely amazing. I'm still in shock, but it's very, very humbling, and it makes me feel very, very proud, which I've never been able to say before.
And many congratulations go to Joanne there, and rightly so, feeling proud. And I'd now like to welcome from the NCFE, Anthony Gardner, to say a few words. Anthony, a very warm welcome to you.
Hi everyone. Hi Nadine. It's a real pleasure really to be sponsoring this event, and of course presenting the award for career success today on behalf of NCFE and CASH. Some of you may know that the NCFE are also a registered educational charity, so we're dedicated and committed to changing lives of learners and supporting people to progress and achieve. So that this is at the heart of what we do, and it's what we believe in. So it was a real privilege kind of reading the winner's story there, and obviously listening to her own words. It was full of courage, determination, and truly inspirational. So we at NCFE hope you can continue to fly as well, Joanne. So a huge congratulations to Joanne Scott. So thank you, Nadine.
Yeah, thank you very much, and lovely words there. And there's some clapping going on in the background, which obviously we've muted everybody, but we can feel it. So carry on doing that, even if everybody else can't hear you. It's great to hear that silent round of applause. We can definitely hear it through the airways. And Joanne, are you still in shock? Quite interesting to hear your lovely video, and there is your fantastic certificate, beautifully holding it up as our first student. There you go, a great role model for everybody else to show Joanne what you need to do when you're winning an award later on. And Joanne, I hope you now have that self-belief. It does sound like that you do. So what has winning the award meant to you?
In answer to your question, Nadine, yes, I am very much still in shock. It's very, very humbling. just to know that people believe in me and what I want to achieve, it's amazing. Like I said in the video, I've never had that confidence before. And it is WEA courses and Chris who nominated me, and all the team here that have done that, you know, and helped me and supported me to get to where I am now. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? And I imagine your family, friends and colleagues are really proud of you too.
Yeah,
What's been their reaction?
Well, they didn't know till now, so we've just seen them clapping, so I managed to keep it a secret.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how.
Yeah, oh goodness, you should get a part on Line of Duty. You can keep that a secret. That was, yeah, definitely. We'll have a word. Do you fancy being an extra Line of Duty? I have no swear in this, by the way. I'm making myself sound more powerful and influential than I really am. But wow, that's a really good secret to keep. So well done, you. Joanne, many congratulations and enjoy the rest of your day. I think you're going to join your colleagues now, aren't you, your family and friends, and celebrate with them. So let's give her a round of applause, even if we can't hear everybody. You can sense it, can't you? Many congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Well done again to Joanna. Fabulous news. I'm really, really delighted for her. So moving on now. Our second award is the WA Student Academic Excellent Award. And this award recognises students that have achieved academic excellence who have made significant academic progress. And the award is kindly sponsored by the former CEO of WA, Ruth Spellman. And to give you a flavour of the competition for this award, let me tell you about the runner-up in this category, Hazel Blackham. Hazel was determined to find her way into education as a profession, but until she came to the WA, really struggled to make any progress. I'm delighted to say that Hazel joins us tonight as well. And according to Hazel's tutor, Hazel was the model student with the most inquiring mind and is a friend to all who know her. Hazel has really triumphed over adversity and through lockdown has completed her level 2 in caring for children and young people whilst looking after a toddler. And I know we can see the family is in with you, and also caring for the family in general and readjusting when her partner was struggling to find paid work. Hazel has a thirst for knowledge and she's now on another WA level 2 course before she embarks on a special educational needs course, also with the WEA. And it's fantastic to hear that Hazel has joined the WA as a volunteer, supporting learners on the Helping in Schools course. And we often hear that people get so moved by their time with the WA that they want to give something back. And Hazel is certainly no exception. So thank you very much, Hazel, and many congratulations to you. Well, let's now find out who has won the WA Student Academic Excellent Award. And here's a short video about the winner in this category.
I'm Selma, I'm from Turkey. When I was in my country, I was a math teacher. There are some political issues in my country, so we want to move to the UK. When I came here in the first time, I was shocked. I couldn't speak any English, so I couldn't communicate with anybody. One of my friends advised me to WEA educational program. I was very happy about that, so I started the WEA courses. I wanted to learn, I wanted to communicate. After I started the course, our classmates are really funny, and also we made some friends and we improved our social life. I felt myself in a family. Every time I felt myself confident because our tutor, especially my tutor Nusret Bahatri, is really helped me. She was really helpful to us and encouraged us. So if we finished one level, they encourage to start another level. Also, we have another options to have courses, because I am a little bit interested in psychology and mindfulness. I found different courses in WEA, so it improves me a lot. It is really amazing and encouraged me, motivates me a lot. Because I know there are lots of winners here, but I was only one chosen student. Maybe I need this award to follow my dreams. I am really thankful to WEA.
And well done to Selma there, following your dreams. Absolutely beautifully said. Many congratulations. So now I'd like to introduce Ruth Spellman, who I know many of you are familiar with over the years, and we have a great debt of gratitude to Ruth, and we'll obviously be honouring her later on as well. Ruth, thank you so much for sponsoring this event, and it's so lovely to see you. Welcome to the show.
It's a real honour to be here today, and fantastic really to hear that winning story. It validates the whole awards programme when you hear those motivational, inspirational stories. And I thought, you know, Hazel and then Selma really said so much about the courage and determination and commitment so many of our students show, and have done so really since we started these awards in 2012, I think it was. The idea that people don't respond to being recognised for who they are and what they do is just not true at any level in society, but particularly when people are coming from another country where they feel everything is strange, hard to settle in, hard to feel part of the country they've arrived in. The bridge that the WEA creates for them is especially important. So I think it's fantastic, both what Hazel and now Selma, both those stories moved me and inspire me not only to sponsor this year, but to carry on working for the WEA as a volunteer. And now, obviously, later today, you have done me the honour of making me a fellow of this institution, of which I am so proud. So I wanted to say two things really to Selma, the winner, the outright winner today, who has already been a winner in her life by the kind of transition she's made. It's really keep going. You know, your learning journey is contagious and it's inspirational. And as a teacher, you are going to have so much impact. I think it's the key worker of all key workers, if I was allowed to say that, in this world that we live in today, that the teaching of talent and ability and motivation and inspiration and better ways of living your life could not be more significant, more important, more meaningful to all of us, as well as to yourself. Yeah. So well done, and I hope you carry on. I think there's every evidence that you will. And I'm just delighted that the award will wish you on your way and give you that recognition that so many people don't get, that you've managed to achieve today. Thank you so much.
Brilliant.
I'm going to hand back to Nadine.
Thank you very much. Beautifully said, Ruth. And Selma, many congratulations. And those were beautiful words posed by Ruth there. So how are you feeling now as the winner? And I can see you two have got your certificate proudly displayed as well. Is this going to encourage you and give you the confidence to keep going, to have that passion for lifelong learning?
Yeah, in the beginning, I am really thankful to WE family and my sponsor Ruth for good luck. This award and these moments are really incredible for me because I had lots of disappointment in my heart, and now this award is not only tangible item, but also it is a stepping stone for me to courage following my dreams and to be a lifelong learner.
Absolutely, yeah. And follow those dreams, because there you go. If you follow the dreams, you too could be like a Selma winning an award. So proud of you, Selma. Many congratulations. Thank you very much. And thank you to Ruth. And we'll look forward to seeing Ruth again later on in the programme. And well done to Selma. Well, now let's move on to our next category. And it's for the WEA Student Community Contribution Award. And this category shines a light on a student that has used their new skills to make a significant contribution to their community. And this award is kindly sponsored by the Learning and Work Institute, and they are an independent policy, research and development organisation dedicated to lifelong learning, which we've heard a lot about tonight, full employment and inclusion. And representing the Learning and Work Institute today is their CEO, Stephen Evans. It's great to have Stephen on board. Now, before we announce the winner, our runner-up, Graham Robb, was a real contender for this award. Now, unfortunately, Graham can't attend today, although his tutor, Ross Weatherby, is here, so we can put a spotlight on Ross instead, and Ross deserves many congratulations too as being part of the story. Now, just to tell you a little thing about Graham in his absence, as a WEA Reach Out helper, it's well known for supporting students with low self-esteem or confidence, and throughout the pandemic, Graham continued his hard work online. And he also led small walking groups as and when restrictions were lifted, which gave a lifeline to people. But Graham's volunteering goes well and beyond supporting WA learners. He also helps make up and distribute food parcels for the homeless early each morning and again late at night. And if that isn't impressive enough, as part of his daily exercise, I don't know where he gets the time, and for being a superb all-round human being, he's taken part in environmental cleanups during the lockdown. So congratulations, Graham. And I, Ross, you'll pass on our very good wishes to him for being awarded the runner-up spot in this category. So now let's reveal who has won the WA Student Community Contribution Award. And it's time to play a short video about the winner in this category.
I'm Margaret Kirk and I've won the Student Award for Community Contribution. I found out about WEA about 10 years ago when my next door neighbour said, come along, the local branch is restarting. I signed up for one of the courses, it sounded interesting, and I've been to almost all the courses ever since. My knowledge base has just broadened hugely since I've been attending WEA, and I just feel, it sounds corny, but I just feel empowered that I know much more. I helped some people initially, help them with Zoom. I'd never used it before, but I was helping other people who were a bit underconfident about using technology. Then that's been nice because they've gained confidence in using Zoom, and we've had little Zoom meetings, little Zoom coffees, and that's been nice as well because you're seeing people, but you're also helping people who aren't very used to using technology, is actually helping them use the technology and in a nice setting. And one of the ladies is now doing her shopping online, and she hadn't used the computer at all. Had one for Christmas and that's it. I genuinely was shocked. So it took a while to get used to that fact. Obviously I'm pleased. I thought initially, you know, there might be something local. So to actually get a national award is quite amazing. It's just what I would do. You just want to help people really, because I'd hate to see people living by themselves, not able to access, just because they just needed a guiding hand really, and I just happened to be there at that time.
Well, many congratulations to Margaret. And now I'd like to welcome from the Learning and Work Institute, their CEO, the sponsor of this award, Stephen Evans. Stephen, lovely to have you here. How are you doing?
Thanks, Nadine. Yeah, really good to be back and involved in the awards. At the Learning and Work Institute, we're really pleased to work with the WEA on a whole range of things, including these awards. And I was particularly pleased to be involved in this award as well. And I think that the title kind of says what it's all about, really, doesn't it? Community contribution, because lifelong learning isn't just about being on a course or being in a class. It's about being part of a community. I think adult learners have always helped each other and out in a whole range of ways. And goodness me, we've really needed that during the pandemic, haven't we? And I think, by the way, I'm shocked that I am not the inaugural winner of the accidentally leaving themselves on mute award, so I'm taking that as a complete triumph. I could probably do with some help from Margaret on some of this, to be honest. And I think the quote that Margaret had in the video there about it's just what I do, I just want to help people, that's kind of says a lot about Margaret and says a lot about everyone involved in the WEA, I think, and everyone who's taken part in learning. And the impact that Margaret's had on keeping people in touch and keeping people involved in learning, and then taking some of that on as well, and sort of helping with the sort of online shopping and all those sorts of things that we've all picked up and had to do much more of over the last year, is just a brilliant example of what the WEA and what lifelong learning is all about. And I'd just like to really congratulate Margaret on a really well-deserved award. So congratulations to Margaret, and over to you, Nadine.
Thank you very much, Stephen. And yeah, well said. Margaret, well-deserved winner there. And just picking up on some of the points that you raised in the video and also what Stephen's just said, what I found remarkable was when you said if you felt empowered, which is such an amazing feeling, isn't it? And, you know, we want to sprinkle that across everybody. So just give us that sense of how you feel different now and what that empowerment is going to lead to.
Well, I think I just know so much more. When you're working, you focus on key interests and things to do with work. And then all of a sudden, I found that actually signing up for courses that weren't my interests, actually, when the tutor's great, you just learn so much. And that's what you're saying about lifelong learning. And when we went into lockdown and the world was a very unfamiliar place, I just felt if people were underconfident about using technology or hadn't used it, it just seemed to me that I just wanted only really to handhold people's hands, as I say, just really to help them access the Zoom courses that WEA had put on, because they were attended face to face, and I wanted to help them do Zoom, and here I am. And I must thank Denise as well, who nominated me as our chairperson, because she has really helped keep everything together.
It's a team effort, isn't it? Yeah,
yes.
Nicely put as well, Margaret, that you shine a spotlight on somebody else. As you said, it's a national award, which is terrific, isn't it? So I can see your certificate is taking pride of place. Are you going to be wearing it as a costume over the next few days?
I need a sticker.
Indeed. Margaret, well done. And, you know, carry on with that amazing community contribution work. It's just brilliant to see. And, you know, just keep on giving as you have done, and it will all come back to you as well. It's full circular, isn't it, really?
And thank you so much. I'm really appreciative and very honoured to win it. Thank you.
Yeah, lovely to see you, Margaret. Many congratulations, and enjoy the rest of this event. Congratulations again to Margaret. Now, before we continue with the awards, from one ambassador to another, I'd like to pay a tribute, I hope you don't mind, to Nigel Todd, who sadly passed away recently. Some of you will have known Nigel very well over the years, and for others, this may be the first time that his name has been brought to your attention. And Nigel was a tireless social campaigner who really sought to improve the life chances of disadvantaged adults. He had a long association with us, and I really enjoyed getting to know him over the years. And this has included his former role as regional director of the WA in North East England, and more latterly as an ambassador for us. And that's where I came into more contact with him. There's a lovely tribute to him on the WA website where you can find out so much more about him, including a link to an interview he did in 2019, not long ago, for the BBC series Great British Railway Journeys, where Nigel told the host of the show, Michael Portillo, who's a former politician, I think I'm allowed to say that even though it's election day, and that from the age of 14, the WA completely changed Nigel's life from being, as he says, an 11+ reject with a pretty gloomy future. And quite simply, as a teenager, by having contact with WA tutors, Nigel learnt how he could develop his own education and create a future that was more fulfilling, interesting and creative than anything he could have envisaged. He's such a lovely gentleman to know. Outside the WA, Nigel Todd was distinguished by being a popular Newcastle City Councillor and an anti-racism campaigner who dedicated his life to tackling poverty, racism and inequality. And it was a real shock when we found out the really sad news. So on behalf of all my fellow ambassadors and the wider WA family, thank you so much, Nigel, for your knowledge and passion for adult education. We salute you and we wish your family, friends and colleagues the very best, as I suppose we all try and come to terms with a life without the one and only Nigel Todd. To Nigel, thank you. Now, before we restart the awards programme, it's now time to present a WA Fellowship Award to Sir Malcolm Grant. Now, if you're new to these awards, just let you know that the WA Fellowships are awarded to distinguished public figures who have made a special contribution to adult learning and are in a position to help further the WA's own objectives. Fellows also personify the WA's brand and values and are committed to raising the profile of the charity and the importance of adult education. And Simon Parkinson, CEO of the WA, will formally welcome Sir Malcolm Grant to the WA family, and then he'll invite Sir Malcolm to respond. Simon, good evening to you. Welcome to the awards. I know we're not here in person with each other, but it's good to see you, albeit virtually.
Yeah, good evening, Nadine. I've just worked out why James asked you to do this as a fellow QPR fan. So that, I'm joining the dots slowly. So thank you for hosting this evening.
Pleasure.
And thank you. And I'd just like to introduce Sir Malcolm Grant to everybody. I'm delighted to say that he's becoming a fellow of the WEA, having already had strong links with us as an organisation. Sir Malcolm's played a long and important role in public life, and just to name a few of his significant roles. So he's been chairman of NHS England, he's been chair of the Russell Group of Universities, he's been president and provost of University College London, and pro-vice chancellor at the University of Cambridge. And then Sir Malcolm, forgive me for this one, because I think the team have just put this into the biography to check my language skills, because I believe in 2004, you were given the Officer de l'Ordre National de Mérite de France. Hopefully that's something like. Having already received a CBE in 2003 and rightly knighted by Her Majesty the Queen in 2013 for services to higher education. So I know that Sir Malcolm is a firm believer in the power and importance of education and adult education, not least because he saw the impact that it had on his own mother and how that supported her to thrive through her life as well. So Sir Malcolm, we're delighted that you've agreed to accept this fellowship. Thank you, and the floor is yours.
Well, Simon, thank you so much for those kind words. And I'm actually feeling, quite moved, quite immensely honoured by the conferment of this fellowship. I'm the junior partner today, because I know that a fellowship is going later on this afternoon to Ruth Spellman, who has given so much of her life and her talent to the WEA. But for me, this award captures, I think, two of the passions of my life. One has been obviously around education, and the other one's around healthcare. And the two of these just come together very closely, and each of them has a strong parallel to the WEA. Let's just take healthcare. I don't think I'm alone in believing that the NHS is one of the greatest social institutions that we've ever seen. I don't just mean in the UK, I mean in the world. As I've watched the way in which my colleagues have responded to the pandemic, the stress, the strain that it's put on the organisation, but the fluidity, the way in which people have learned throughout this crisis to take on new tasks, the extent to which communities have volunteered and come in to support hospital staff, the way in which the vaccination programme has been rolled out has left me awestruck. Here is an organisation that's a community, and so is the WEA. I find this also in education. I was, as you mentioned, the Vice Chancellor of University College London. When that was set up in 1826, it was designed to open higher education to everybody. Not women, obviously, that came a bit later, but to everybody, in the way which Oxford and Cambridge, which were the only universities then, were not. UCL got charged with being a Cockney college. It was opening up education to people who really didn't deserve it. Those were the attitudes of 1826. The WEA from 1903 has created that as a broader mission for what it's done. And sitting here this afternoon and listening to the profiles of those of you who have received awards has left me completely awestruck and humbled. WA is making a difference to people's lives, and I am deeply impressed and I am deeply honoured by this award. Thank you, everybody, so much for conferring it upon me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Malcolm, for your kind words. And yes, indeed, it is a family, isn't it? And you do feel impressed when you hear and humbled the amazing stories. So it does have that impact on people, and we're delighted to welcome someone of your standing and your experience into the family. So congratulations on your WA fellowship. And we have one more fellowship to present towards the end of proceedings later on today. Well, let's now continue with the Student Awards, and we restart the awards programme with the WA Student Enhanced Digital Skills Award. Now, last year, WEA made the giant leap online by developing our small group face-to-face provision in a digital world. And many of our students made that leap with us, I'm delighted to say. And this award is to recognise the effort and persistence involved. The award is kindly sponsored by Clarion Futures. That's the charitable foundation of the Clarion Housing Group, who provide skills, support and opportunities to more than 350,000 social housing residents right across the UK. And representing Clarion Futures today is their digital inclusion manager. I'll get my teeth back in again, and hopefully I'm going to pronounce this correctly, Kenny Amissa. Lovely to have you here, Kenny. Now, before we announce the winner, our runner-up in this category is Seema Bieber. And Seema first came to the WA when she attended the Milan Centre sewing class, I think about 3 years ago, after she'd been suffering ill health. With the support of her tutor, Seema gained in confidence and learned new skills. And the WA devised a programme called Community Digital Champions that would support potential learners to get online. In essence, we ran short courses aimed at equipping students with the knowledge and confidence to assess and access other WA online courses. And Seema embraced this opportunity, rapidly improving her digital skills, and was soon helping others. That's a familiar story, isn't it? Now proficient as a student in Canvas and Zoom, we could have done with her help actually during the awards preparation. She's also become an ambassador for the WA. So welcome to the ranks. Lovely to have you on board, and a true community digital champion. So well done to you for your runner-up award. Well, now it's time to shine a spotlight on the winner of the WA Student Enhanced Digital Skills Award by showing you this video.
I am Kenneth Ray, and I have been awarded the Enhanced Digital Skill Award. The WEA, it definitely doesn't feel like school or college. It doesn't feel like being in the classroom. It feels more like you're going around to a friend's house and just saying a good catch up, and it breaks up your day or week, whatever you're choosing, how many days you're going, even if it's just that one day a week, and that one day just brightened up our day just to get us out of the house, see something different. It's one big family and you're just going in for a visit, and yeah, brilliant. The lockdown happened with the COVID, and then the WEA decided to go online because they couldn't open their doors due to the COVID. We then went to Facebook. We took our classes as we usually do. I took the art and cooking in the forum. From that point, we did our stuff, but then I wanted to do my own page. So on their WEA reach out page on the Facebook, so I asked them, could I get a gaming page? They said, yep, no problem, they're all for it. They let me do my gaming page, volunteer, run it, and I couldn't thank them enough. I was well over the moon, happy. I could talk for ages about games. I've been getting feedback from the students and the staff. The staff have remembered times back in the day when they played games, and they were so delighted to see stuff bringing back memories for them as well. I felt like I shouldn't deserve it because I feel like I haven't done enough, but I am really, really pleased that I got this. I am proud of myself. It's made me feel like another confidence boost that I think if I can do this, then what else I can do in life. So yeah, most appreciated, big time.
Many congratulations to Kenny, certainly a confidence boost, and delighted to welcome the Digital Inclusion Manager from Clarion Futures, Kenny Missa. Lovely to have you, Kenny. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you, Nadine. And
did I pronounce your name correctly? I hope I did.
Perfect. It was perfect. And it's a great honour for me to be here too. And the first thing I want to say is congratulations from one Kenny to another. But seriously, congratulations, Kenny. What an achievement. Absolutely amazing. Our organisation, I have a team. I'm very fortunate. We support people with their digital skills. And like you say, Kenny, it is all about confidence. It's about building someone's confidence, because when you do that, you empower them. And one of the previous winners, Margaret, talked about empowerment. That's so key. You empower people to keep an open mind and to learn what's out there. And I think often in learning environments, we underestimate our own abilities. So being empowered and having that confidence really does allow people to achieve their full potential. And Kenny, you're an example of that. Your achievements, you're welcome. Your achievements really extraordinary. And for those of us kind of working in the field, you're what it's about, really. It's so rewarding to see people come along with the open mind, be inspired, and in you become an inspiration for us all by just getting out there and learning as much as you can and taking things to the next level, really. Really inspired to hear about you talking about gaming. We share a name, unfortunately, not really a passion for gaming. I'm not quite there, but to hear how you've gone ahead with that and you've used that, because often we're getting people on board with digital skills, it's about finding a hook, isn't it? We know. Yeah. And gaming for a lot of people will be that hook. And it's an inspiration, you're an inspiration. And I think whoever your key tutors were, building that environment for you to feel confident enough, which is fantastic, and to run away with it and to say, look, I want to set up this gaming arm, and running ahead with that. It sounds absolutely fantastic. So really, it's all about you, Kenny, and all your colleagues at WEA. So congratulations, and I hope you're going to have a drink or a really nice meal after this. Celebrate. Congratulations.
Well done, Kenny.
My pleasure to present the award to you.
Thank you very much, Kenny. And I think there's a challenge there for the other Kenny, who I'm going to get to have a few words with in just a moment, to maybe get the Kenny from Clarion Futures into Fortnite or FIFA. There we go. I can see it happening. Kenny, congratulations. And there's the proud certificate. Brilliant. All in one piece as well, which is well deserved by you. Oh, fabulous stuff. And awesome. That confidence that's given you that extra confidence. What's this award going to mean for you going forward, Kenny?
It's still hard to believe that I got this, Ken, and it still, as I said in the video, it still feels like I shouldn't deserve this, but people think I do, and it's much appreciated. And it'll just mean that it'll just keep me going forward, as in like thinking, what else can I do in the future for other people, for myself as well. And yeah, it's just fantastic to get this. And I'd just like to say a big, massive thank you to Steve, Ross, and Kev that work at Reach Out. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have got this. And also thanks to all the students there, for all them that takes part in the page. Just massive thank you for everyone all around. Much appreciated. And yeah, I just can't stop saying thanks so much again. So yeah, fantastic. Thank you again to everyone. Yeah,
that's brilliant. I don't know if you saw Ross and Kev appeared on my screen as well.
Yeah,
they're sort of hanging on to your every word. And by the way, thank you everybody for putting loads of comments through the chat feature, congratulating all the winners so far. There's just a few in on you, Kenny, saying so deserved or fully deserved, Kenny. So there you go, Kenny. There's a lot of love for you out there, as is the other winners too. So take this award and take it to the next level, because you deserve that. Many congratulations.
Thank you.
Winner. Take care, lovely. Thanks, Kenny.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Now we turn to the WEA Student Enhanced English Award. And this award is funded by the Olive Cordell Legacy. Now, Olive was a tutor for the WEA before she passed away. And Olive was passionate about both her subject and adult education in general. And delighted to say that Olive's daughter, Jane Cordell, who I've seen Jane many times over the years, is here with us today. And Jane, just like her mum, is also passionate about the WEA, and we're very pleased that she's now an ambassador too. Now, before we announce the winner, our runner-up in this category is Fatma Bakhtiyoui, who unfortunately is unable to attend today due to a family bereavement. So Fatma, we do wish you the very best. We're very sorry to hear that news, and sending you lots of love to your family and friends on a very difficult day today for you. But just wanted to shine a little spotlight on you, because I'm hoping that your friends and colleagues can tell you all about this award ceremony afterwards, and maybe you can watch it online at a later date. Just so you know, Fatma has always valued learning and educational opportunities and has a degree and a master's from her home country, Algeria. Although she learned some English at school, when she arrived in the UK at 2018, it became apparent that during her initial interview assessment, Fatma found it difficult to communicate and interact with others in English, understandably. And I'm pleased to tell you that Fatma completed several WA courses and now feels really confident when speaking to others in English, and has received comments from public service professionals who've asked her if English is her first language. I can't wait to get that kind of comment myself. As a result, she no longer needs to rely on others to communicate on her behalf. A great achievement, Fatma. Congratulations to you. So now let's find out about the winner of the WEA Student Enhanced English Award. And I think you all know the drill now. We're going to watch a video about the winner of this category.
My name is Rehana Kosa. My teacher's name is Azra Rasool. She's teaching us. She's a really, really good teacher. That's why I start reading and writing. And I have 2 jobs, kitchen and cleaning. All day I'm in the school. In the break time, I start my class. And we have like a training, work training. Before I can't read and write anything, I watching everyone and I go to help. I need help for everyone. Now, first time I have training and I done everything by myself with my head teacher. And I really proud of I start to read and write. I have a journey. My dad really poorly. I go to Pakistan for emergency. I catch 2 flights by myself and I go to Pakistan. I reach back home. I can't read gate's name. And now I know which gate I read. And first time I go to rugby. My daughter live in the rugby and I catch train first time in my life by myself and go to Birmingham to rugby. It's not a long journey, but still I read in and out, which way I'm inside, which way I go out. And my daughter see me, she really proud of me. I come by myself and I push everyone, all lady need to read and write. I'm so shocked. I'm so shocked still. I can't believe I go that far. I don't know. She soon called me. I started panicking and I show everyone. I show my daughter. I show my son. I say to my daughter, I told my husband, and they're really happy to me. I start is my own life as well. It's very important. It's very important.
Well, many congratulations to you, and what a lovely story.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's brilliant. And we'll have a few words from you in just a moment because I want to find out a little bit more. But I'm delighted to welcome to the awards event the one and only Jane Cordell. Jane, how are you?
Well, and I like quite the introduction. Thank you, Nadine. I think Rehana's video spoke so eloquently. Nobody else could be more eloquent. And I was reading about you, Rehana, and the confidence you developed, the fact that you didn't give up. I was reading a profile of how you've learned what you have. I think it's hard for many of us to imagine how it must have felt at first just as you said, not being able to read, not being able to communicate with others. And I was just thinking, watching you, how my mum, Olive, would have loved you so much. You know, the sort of student she would have been cheering you on.
Thank you.
She was
Thank
a
you
lady.
so much.
She came later to learning herself. She was discouraged by others when she was younger, and so she knew how important it was
Very
to
important.
keep learning for yourself. And I want to say to you, just a huge well done for the confidence you've developed and for doing that journey alone. That's a powerful thing, and you will have a powerful influence on others. Maybe you don't know how much, but you're a superb role model to others, and I'm delighted for you. Thank you.
Well done, Jane.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Rehana, beautiful words there, a role model for others. And thank you for showing up your certificate as well. So amazing, you know, just having that power of reading and writing that many of us take for granted, but being able to catch the right train, being able to get on the right gate for a plane. These are so important skills, aren't they? And once you have those, your confidence soars. So how are you feeling today, Rehana? Are you feeling proud of yourself?
Yes, yes, I am. Yes,
yeah,
I'm really proud of myself. I can't believe. I can't believe. I can't believe.
Yeah, and imagine when you started on your journey of trying to understand, to read and write. I bet you didn't imagine you'd be at an awards ceremony recognizing your brilliance.
Thank you all of WE. You know, they helpful. My teacher, thanks for my head teacher. She pushed us. Thank you for my teacher. She pushed us. That's why we here. I am here today.
Rehana, well done to you. And actually, as Jane said, Olive would have loved to have been seeing this moment. And Jane has spoken in the past about how her mum wasn't encouraged in the same way that she encouraged her children, Jane and Sean. I don't know if Sean is around today, Jane, or not, your brother. Yes. Sometimes he pops up. Okay. And it's just great to see that she gave that love and attention to you and that encouragement to you, and you've carried on that tradition. So thank you both. And Jane will be seeing you again later on. Well done, Rehana. Many congratulations to you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So congratulations again to Rehana. And we have one more student award to announce before we move on to the Tutor Awards. And this one is for the WA Student Group Award. And this award celebrates a group of students who have made outstanding progress or an outstanding impact within their community working as a team. And this award is kindly sponsored by the Skills and Education Group, a national awarding organisation offering 400 Ofqual regulated qualifications and assessments and a range of non-regulated provision. Representing the Skills and Education Group today is their CEO, Paul Eales. And Paul, we're delighted to have you here with us. Before we announce the winner, our runner-up in this category is the Cooking for Health Group at Freedom Support Solutions. And this is a group of 10 learners who've engaged in a programme of learning offered by the WA under the One Click project for learners with learning difficulties and disabilities. And the students are service users at the day centre, accessing learning activities to develop confidence for life and work. And they have a number of learning difficulties, which I'm sure you can imagine, including dyslexia, cerebral palsy, and Williams syndrome, and so on, aside from obviously varying degrees of confidence and self-esteem. Now, these students have achieved outcomes which include the successful development of basic skills for life, such as listening and following instructions, working as part of a team, and making choices. As a result, their support workers and families of these students have reported reduced resistance to communicate, improved mood and behaviour, which is fabulous outcomes. And let's not forget that acquiring those skills has allowed them to no longer be passive, but actually become active members of their families and communities. Congratulations to all 10 of you. What great progress. Well done. So now let's find out about the winning group of the WA Student Group Award, and let's see a video featuring them in this category.
My name's Emma.
My name's Sarah.
And we've been nominated for the WEA Student Group Award. My WEA journey started from a leaflet that was given to me in my local playgroup. It began with the introductory course, which I did at the local children's centre. Obviously found that good, hence why I did the main course.
I started my journey through a friend. My friend told us about it. So I tried it, the introductory course at the children's centre as well, and really, really enjoyed it. I loved it. I loved just achieving something for myself.
Yeah. Well, we kind of had the WhatsApp group before lockdown, didn't we?
We started a WhatsApp group while we were in lessons for anybody that needed support when we were at home in between lessons. But then when lockdown started, we just
relied on it a lot more.
Yeah, we used it a lot more than set up separate Zoom for one night a week, and we didn't even have to talk about the work. We just talked about the day and stuff, just to relax, yeah. Or
even how we were coping with like the kids learning at home, just literally it was like one of them like vent. Like as much as it was for the course as well, it was almost like you're having a bad day, don't worry, we've got you. It was nice. I cried.
A proud moment. It was a very,
that
very
probably
proud
sounds
moment.
really sad,
No.
but I actually cried. I'm like, oh my God, guys, I've achieved something.
Yeah. We not only achieved the course, but then to get put forward for an award like this, it was really, really amazing.
It's really like honouring, as if it weren't good enough that we actually made it through a lockdown at that. We've actually been awarded for how we've done it as well. It's amazing.
It is.
Oh, I loved all the smiling and giggling there, and just richly deserved there. And it's great to see them working together and obviously enjoying that moment together. So I'd now like to introduce and welcome to the show the CEO of Skills and Education Group. So welcome to Paul Eales. Paul, thank you so much for sponsoring this category, and over to you.
Nadine, thank you very much. Absolute pleasure to be sponsoring this award, and what a great story that we've just heard from the winners. They use the word proud of receiving this award, and absolutely you should be proud of what you've achieved together as a group. I would say you're strong, resilient women that have so much to achieve, and it's really good to be here to celebrate with you. I don't think any of us can underestimate what the pandemic has taken us through, but your story is one of winning through, being a group of people together, learning together, not just in the classroom for the course that you were on, but learning together at supporting your own children through that, achieving and enabling them to achieve too. So you should be incredibly proud, and it's really great to hear your story. So congratulations, and back to you, Nadine.
Thank you very much, Paul. I think we'll be seeing you again later on, won't we, Paul? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, look forward to that. And the North East Teaching Group, I don't know if we've got everybody on the call with us today, because I know there's quite a few people joined. Christina, Emma, Tanya, and there's 2 Sarahs as well. So can we hear from anybody again? I'm just wondering if we've got, who have we got today? Sarah, one of the Sarahs. How are you doing, Sarah?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely thrilled for you, and it sounds like a great load of fun being in that group.
Oh, it was brilliant. It was really, really good.
Yeah, because actually if you can have some fun while you're learning and supporting each other, then doesn't that make life so much better?
It was. I was really nervous when I went to start it, but once you got in there, everyone was brilliant. I was brilliant. All the girls were great.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that, you know, saying that you didn't think you could ever be recognised for this as well, because I come across so many people who say that actually nobody ever says anything positive about what they're doing or give them encouragement. I hope, Sarah, this has finally laid to any rest any doubts or fears that as a group, and your part in that, representing them, have achieved something brilliant and should be very, very proud of that. Has that sunk in?
Yeah, not really, not. Well, I can't wait to start another course. It's just pushed us to want to do more.
Yeah, brilliant. And good luck with whatever course. There's so many out there, aren't there?
Yeah.
To choose from. And they're so exciting, aren't they? They really are.
I've just signed up for quite a few.
Yeah. What's on your list? What's on your hit list?
The dyslexia one, the autism one, and the ADHD one.
Brilliant.
So I've signed up for all them. So start them.
Yeah. Good luck with that. And
thank you.
Lovely to see your smiley face. Do I hear a member of your family in the background? Who can I hear? Somebody?
I've got
my daughter.
Hello, Emma. How you doing?
Hiya. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, fine, thank you. What's your daughter called? Come on, let's go
Nevaeh.
on. Come on, it's been a while since I've had young children, so come on, let's see what they look like now. So mine have sort of grown up. Well, the youngest is 15. Hello, they're gorgeous. Are you proud of your mum? Yeah, that's a fantastic way. I think that's the best way we've had all night. So Emma, well done to you.
Thank you.
I can see the big smile on your face. Having a family and learning and being part of this group, it's not easy, is it? But you've achieved brilliantly.
It's absolutely amazing. How we all got through it is just, I wouldn't have been where I am now without the support of the group, and with Chrissy as well. It's just, they're great. I couldn't ask for a better team.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? It's the support of the group, and I hope, Emma, that you'll have a chance as well. I know you've got a busy family life to carry on with your learning. Is that your plans?
I'm funny enough signed up for the same one Sarah's just said. Quite a few of us from the group have all gone for the ones again. We're back.
Yeah. So does the tutor get a word in edgeways, or what? Is it just full of banter and laughter, but you're learning along the way as well?
It's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. Emma, Sarah, thank you very much for joining us, and lots of love to your daughter as well. Take care, guys.
Thank you.
Give you a wave. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you. So all the student awards have now been presented, and before we move on to the tutor awards, I'm very pleased to welcome back the CEO of the WEA, Simon Parkinson, who I don't think is going to speak any more French, but is going to concentrate on what he knows best, the English language, and he's going to talk about what makes the WEA so special. Simon, bonjour, ça va?
Bonjour, ça va? Concentrating on the English language is enough for a lad from Salford, so yeah, we'll give it our best shot. But thanks again. Yeah, thank you, Nadine. And I'm relying on Mishbar to work at Wizardry and run the slides for me as well. So thank you, Mishbar. Just where do you start? Just the fantastic stories that we've heard tonight, the student stories that we've heard. They're just inspiring. And I think it's the reason why every single one of us at the WEA does what we do. Just hearing that great success and tenacity of students to learn and carry on learning even through the most difficult of circumstances. So I think it's what keeps us all going. And actually, alongside, and it is alongside their success, is the absolute passion, talent and creativity of our tutors. To achieve what we've achieved, particularly over the last 12 months, is just inspirational. And, congratulations to each and every one of the student winners already, and each and every one of the tutors that have been nominated, shortlisted and won awards that we'll hear about later. So, really, really proud to be part of this. And you can see it on the screen. It is our mission that keeps us going. We're here for people. First and foremost, it's for the students that you've heard from tonight. And we are part of that social justice movement. You've heard the difference that this makes, and we'll keep fighting inequality, and we'll keep promoting social justice through the lens of adult learning and adult education. And what we know is that individuals have a real positive impact on their communities. You've heard that again in spades and bucket loads throughout the awards. So that individual and community improvement and support that we can provide is critically important to us. And we do that in a number of ways. So you've heard about the absolute way our world was tipped upside down. At the beginning of the year, I joined in January. I remember going to the board meeting early March, talking about what we might do over the next 12 months. And then we literally sent everybody home on the 23rd of March, but we didn't close. There's no way we closed. We were open, and more open than ever before. And not just by getting content online. And I think, the way we've done that, the way we've held true to our teaching and learning philosophy or pedagogy, if that's the right word, I actually think that the the two Kennys, as I will always know them now, absolutely captured this. This wasn't about going into a classroom. You know, this was about coming round to your friend's house, still learning in small groups, still having inspiring tutors, information that was there and accessible, both on Zoom at the time, but on Canvas and our VLE that we've developed over the last 12 months as well. And then that great learner support. So we didn't lose face-to-face teaching and learning. We did face-to-face, but we did it online. So actually, when we get back to venue-based teaching and learning, as we're referring to it now, then actually we've got to keep hold of the best parts that we've learned over the last 12 months. So I'm proud of how we did that. And it wasn't by accident. It was by sheer hard work, determination, tutors learning how to use 2 and 3 cameras through the same session so that they could make it interactive and actually still give that great student experience. And I'm glad that that's been recognised. That's been recognised nationally. You know, people will know perhaps that we've been shortlisted for Community Adult Learning Provider of the Year at the TES Awards. And I'm proud that we've been shortlisted, and I'm proud because it's right that the team get acknowledged like that. I think I'm supposed to say that, well, you know, if we win or lose, it's a fair game and we'll congratulate the winner. I'm desperate to win it, just for the team, you know, just for the recognition of what they've done. So fingers crossed and watch out for that later in the month. And then if we move on, Mishbah, what we've also know is that the WEA has a proud legacy as being a best-in-class community learning provider. And again, we've shown that and we've been able to move that online for the last 12 months. The challenge we've got now is that we also need to become a high-quality skills and employability provider as well. And actually, we do lots of that. You've heard lots of examples of that today, but we need to do more. And the real challenge for us internally in the WEA family is to make sure that we do both, that actually we don't buy into this argument that somehow employability and skills can only be done at the expense of a liberal arts or cultural programme. We need to do both. We will do both. They're two sides of the same coin for us. And we know that that's what our students want and need at this point in time. So we're developing that curriculum. We're taking the best of the online learning that we've learned over the last 12 months and embedding that back into our venue-based learning. And then if we move on again, Mishbah, what I wanted to do was just give you some of the numbers, really to just give you a sense of the scale that we've worked at over the last 12 months. And forgive me for reading some of these if I'm looking down, but I wanted to get them right because they're important. So we all know that, you know, we've supported nearly, 40,000 students. We've done that with the help of over 1,500 or nearly 1,500 partner and community organisations, and with the support of 3,000 plus tutors delivering over 6,000 courses online. I mean, this is phenomenal. If you would have asked us at the beginning of the year how many courses we thought we could get online and successfully deliver, I think we would have said a couple of hundred. To do over 6,000 and support nearly 40,000 students is really incredible. We have just over 5,000 members now, and they're paying members. They're £15 members, and they're enjoying weekly lectures, which are attracting literally hundreds of people, usually on a Thursday night. We've moved it because of the awards ceremony. And also we've stayed in touch with people. We've had weekly and bi-weekly Zoom calls. We've had our magazine going out. We've really tried to stay in touch with our members and volunteers. And that's really, really great. I think the numbers show the scale of what we've been doing, but actually what's truly significant is the difference that all those people working together create. And this is an infographic that we've put together. And I just want to count some of the key elements of this. We know, and I think everybody on this call knows, the importance of adult learning to mental health and well-being. But when 94% of our students tell us that it's helped their mental health and well-being by keeping their minds active during lockdown, That's an incredible number, 94% of our students. And then if you also think about combating isolation and loneliness through the lockdown, and I think Emma and Sarah articulated this far better than I can. 70% of our students telling us they make new friends as a result of their course. And you saw that and heard that from Emma and Sarah, and that was in the North East group. But what's been incredible for us as the WEA is one of the advantages, one of the few advantages of online learning has been that those friendship groups now stretch from Cornwall to Cumbria to Cambridge to any other place you can think of beginning with C, because we're not constrained by geography anymore. We can put these national online courses up there now and connect like-minded people from right across the country. And then we also know that there are hard economic benefits of our learning as well. So depending on which sector we were working with and which partners, up to 80% of our learners in nursing or health and social care, education and early years went on to secure employment in that sector. So again, there's a lot of talk politically about, does adult community learning work, or does it all need to be skills-based? You can't tell me that our courses don't have economic value, because they do. Whether that's a creative writing class up in Scotland, and the guys involved with that will know which one I'm talking about, or whether that is the employability and skills course, they all add value. And then finally, that figure that 40% of our students who were claiming benefits were no longer claiming benefits 6 months after they completed their course. So we can demonstrate the social impacts, the health and physical well-being impacts, and we can win the economic argument as well. And we're going to have to over the next couple of years. So all of us on this call, all of us that feel passionate about the value of adult learning and adult education, it's incumbent on us all to shout that from the rooftops, and we'll support you to do that as the WEA. But I want to finish with where I started and what we've been hearing all evening, really. We're in constant touch with our students and our learners. These are the quotes that we get back. These are genuine, heartfelt responses to their experience of being part of the WEA family, and it is a family. And I'll leave you with that. I thank you all for your time this evening, and look forward to physically touring around these venues and saying thank you to as many people as possible over the coming 12 months. So thank you. Back to you, Nadine.
Thank you very much, Simon. And so many people have been posting messages saying the best part of lockdown is having a WA online course to attend each day. Online course has been a lifeline for keeping up my spirits from last summer right today. Thank you. So loads of other messages of support. And it's clear, I think, from the students here today and those just featured during your presentation, Simon, that tutors play an important part in that student experience and have gone over and beyond the call of duty to make it special, despite the last few months that we've all had to go through. So it's great to be able to recognise the tutors during these awards, and that's what we're going to be doing in just a moment. And as Simon has just mentioned, there were nearly 100 nominations for our tutors, which is a remarkable response from students and colleagues wishing to recognise their achievements. So we're going to begin the Tutor Awards by celebrating the WA Tutor Student Support Award, sponsored by the Olive Cordell Legacy. And just like earlier on, this award will be presented by Olive's daughter, Jane Cordell. Now, before we announce the winner, our runner-up in this category also goes by the name of Jane, but this time I'm referring to Jane Livney. And Jane was nominated not only for outstanding support of students at all times, but also for the efforts she has made during the pandemic to safely return to her face-to-face teaching. And there she is. So she continued to support an extremely vulnerable student group with their mental health and well-being. Nice wave there, Jane. And the complex needs of her tutor group mean that Jane sometimes has to manage challenging behaviour and challenging group dynamics. And she does this with professionalism, calm, ease, but also works closely with core staff to ensure that all students feel safe and supported at all times. And I know the joy on students' faces and the expressions of delight when they first returned was an absolute pleasure to see and made all Jane's hard work and preparation worthwhile. So on behalf of your students, Jane, thank you and well done. So who has won the WEA Tutor Student Support Award? Well, this video will reveal the winner of this category.
Hi, I'm Sally Turner-Clark and I've won the Student Support Award. All my learners have got a range of learning difficulties or disabilities. They love coming to group, meeting people, learning new skills that they probably wouldn't be able to access anywhere else. I'm proud of the fact that we can run these groups. We reach an amazing amount of different learners and being able to give them provision that they probably wouldn't be able to get. So to support our students, we've done face-to-face teaching, completing a range of educational sessions like life skills, IT and crafts, gardening, which makes them able to access provision inside and outdoors. Obviously, due to the pandemic, we have provided learning packs at home, which means to make sure that they are learning at home and they haven't been left out, trying to carry on as much as normal as we can. Also, being able there for someone to talk to us if they need anything. We've been on the phone, we've been emailing, and we are in some little groups on like WhatsApp to make sure that the social interaction is also there. We don't ever race away, we've got time to speak to them if they've got any concerns or issues. We can give them that you're fine, you're okay, we'll be back soon. And I think that's all they want to hear. I just want to make sure that everyone has a chance and everybody's fine. Yeah, I'm really proud of myself. It's took a lot of time and effort to get either back face to face or to make sure that we could get the learning out to them at home. And I have to say it's been well worth every minute that I've spent trying to make sure that, you know, they're learning, it's not affecting them individually, and that we can get back to normal is just fantastic. And I will go out of my way for all my students to make sure that they're safe.
Many congratulations to Sally, going out of her way, just part of everyday life for her, and we'll get Sally in just a moment. If I can introduce Jane again. Jane, as the sponsor of this award, on behalf of your mum, the Olive Cordell Award, is just a fantastic result here, isn't it? And a deserved winner.
Thank you, Nadine, again. And I was just reading about both Jane and Sally's work. They'd really like to join their courses. They sound fantastic, just because they're so inclusive. And I was thinking about why we chose the WEA for this award. We wanted to create something that reflected my mum's values, and her values just shine through the work that you, Sally, are doing, and that Jane also does as the runner-up. So, that everybody should have an equal chance to feel included. It's about equality and respect and believing in everybody's potential. Learning can help that. And I read, Sally, that your course is called Life Skills and Crafts. And I wondered if over the past year it should have been called a lifeline, from what you said, because the risk of your students becoming excluded and isolated was high. And I know a little bit about this because I became deaf as an adult, and exclusion is a terrible thing. And the isolation and the impact that could have had without your work is really quite hard to calculate. So, also, like I say, I noticed you've taken your own mum's legacy with this group. You said you've carried on doing that because it was the right thing to do. This evening, hearing about so many of you, including you, Sally, you're doing the right thing, just naturally, and without expecting return. That is absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much, and congratulations. I'll sign it to you. And also, deaf clapping. The deaf clapping. We can do that on Zoom. Well done.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do some deaf clapping all together then. Let's do some collective deaf clapping. I hope we're doing it right, Jane, for you. Lovely, thank you very much. And Sally, many congratulations. Loads of messages saying, well done, Sally. Your work on returning to face-to-face and supporting your learners has been incredible. That's just one of the messages I see. And there's your beautiful award as well, proudly displayed. What has the last year been like for you? I mean, I'd imagine for many of us, it was like shock, horror, and then having just to get on with thinking, how can I still support these students? So as Jane said, it's a lifeline for them. So how's it been for you?
It's been hard work. Obviously, I fought hard to return face-to-face teaching. Obviously, a lot of my students who are vulnerable have only got the social interaction when they actually come to class, if they live on their own or with elderly parents. They haven't got the equipment or the facilities to be able to talk to somebody over the internet, or, you know. So for us to get back to face-to-face, it was essential for the mental health, for the well-being, for confidence. You know, it was just a passion and a priority that I needed to do.
Absolutely. And I'd imagine, though, even though when you weren't face-to-face, you were still providing brilliant support for them. So you kept them going. But you're right, you know, face-to-face at times, it's wonderful, the virtual world, for many things, for environmental and sustainability. But actually, you know, people do need that face-to-face contact. It's really great that people like you care. And, you know, more people like you will make a real difference to this world. And it's just remarkable what you do to have that impact. I hope you feel proud and take that moment to thank yourself, put a pat on your own back. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very proud and honoured to accept an award and, you know, to win it. And I'm sure there's many other more tutors out there like myself. And, you know, if we don't do it, they'll lose out in society. And that's something that can't happen.
Absolutely. We'll bottle what Sally Turner-Clark has got and spread it around the world, and it'll be a better place. Well done to you, Sally. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And thank you to the Olive Cordell for sponsoring as well. It's worthwhile.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Well, now we turn to the WEA Tutor Inspirational Teaching Award. And this category was hotly contested, attracting the most nominations. This award is kindly sponsored by the Skills and Education Group. As I mentioned earlier, during earlier award, representing them today is the CEO, Paul Eels, who will also present this one too. Now, before we announce the winner, our runner-up in this category is Kate Jewell. And according to her students, Kate's knowledge of East Anglian history in the widest sense is remarkable. And there is Kate on the screen who's going to give us a wave. Lovely to see you, Kate. And of course, her courses, which are constantly full to brimming, are intensely prepared, exceptionally well devised, intricately researched, not an easy word to say, fabulously presented, and totally engaging. Sign me up, along with the rest of everybody else, I think, watching tonight. And the student who nominated Kate said she uses the class time to the full, and by the end of the sessions, I can't believe how much she's packed in and how much more I know at the end than at the start. So many congratulations to you, Kate. That sounds fantastic. Keep the good work up. But who has won the award? Well, let's find out according to our panel.
My name is Azra Rasool. I've won the Inspirational Award. I did my degree very late, but that's what I'm proud of, that I became a teacher to help and support students whose language is not English. When my parents came into this country, they didn't have English, and they were always struggling for filling in forms, asking friends, neighbours. After that, I said to my sister, I want to be a teacher. I don't want anybody to struggle like this if they're refugees, because my parents were refugees. And since then, I've just carried on and on, helping anybody. And we used to teach them on the weekend. Come on, neighbours, let's go into my dad's garden, we'll give you a talk. We had a talk, and you know, if my parents could start English classes, why can't I help others? So that kept me going. They want to sit and learn. They've got that attitude to learning, some of them. WEA are very supporting to their students and their tutors. I take a different approach. I get to know my students through playing games. It's not just getting them to write something down first thing on the paper, because some of them are not confident. And if I, get them to write something straight away, I'm going to knock their confidence, because they don't know how. Some of them couldn't even lift a pen. WEA, like I said, were very supportive. They gave me the support to give the way I teach, because it was different, and that's why we got the numbers. Winning the award, the Inspirational Award, was a very big shock to me. I was thinking, it can't be me, it's not my name, it's not that email for me, it's not me. But to be honest with you, it was something that made me happy because I was recognised, and that's the first thing that, you know, you think, huh, me? Yeah, me? And yeah, it was fantastic.
Well, many congratulations to Azra, and I'm going to welcome back from the Skills and Education Group, the CEO, Paul Eales. Welcome back, Paul. What a great category to sponsor.
Absolutely excellent category to sponsor. The Skills and Education, we're about one thing. Our mission is about the advancement of skills and education to improve the lives of individuals. And as well as being an awarding body, which you outlined earlier, we're a membership organisation, and at our heart is supporting the development of the staff within the FE and skills sector. So particularly important award for us to sponsor, and what a worthy winner in Azra. Just listening to her story is inspirational. You exude confidence in those that are learning. You bring out the best in them, looking for that human connection that inspires people to learn. And the difference you've been making is really inspiring, and congratulations. Yes, absolutely, you have won this award, Azra, and well-deserved recognition of a teacher making a difference to the life chances and to the communities in which you work and live.
Yeah, well said, Paul. Thank you very much for that. And Azra, if I can bring you in just to have a few words with us, many congratulations to you. I think making a difference, and I think what is really apparent is the way that, you know, one size doesn't fit all, which we know one size doesn't fit all, but the way that you make sure that students learn in a way that's appropriate to them without making their confidence levels sink even lower, because a lot of people are at such a low ebb, and you're there to pick up those pieces. So Azra, what is the magic? What have you got that I can have and the rest of us can have?
To be honest with you, I mean, there's two people on this on Zoom today. They can vouch for me. I'm a people's person. I like talking. I like talking to anyone, even if I'm on the bus stop. And this platform, which WEA have given me, was a chance for me to gain that trust of students from the school that we work at, where I started, which was Anderton Park School. The support I got from Nadia, the support I got from the head teacher from the school, Sarah Clarks, and I know she's here. Without that support, we can't do this by ourselves. And I don't want to cry right now because tears are going to fall out. But to be honest with you, the way I teach is different, is through game. Until they're not confident to write their own name on the paper, I will not push it. I will not push it until they're ready. And this is why I think we had that big outcome, like, you know, everybody wanted to join that class at Anderton. So yes, and then, you know, something different, I organized a graduation ceremony. I ordered the hat, the gown for all the students who took exams at the end. And that was something different that they've never, ever had or experienced. So I think you have to give your time, quality time, to listen after class and not just pack your bags and class is over. I think that's what they needed, a friend.
Yeah, a friend, and absolutely friend, teacher, that dedication. And it sounds like that trust as well. So
definitely,
well done to you. And I imagine for your thinking about your parents, that legacy that you've now left, actually, an inspiration to try and think, actually, I want a different path in life, because we know how difficult it is if you can't communicate.
Yes, like I said in the interview, my parents were refugees. They came from Uganda. And coming from there, they had not one word of English, not one word. And when I went into the classroom, and I can see my parents sitting there like, okay, they weren't there physically, but I can see them, I can sense them that, look, you can do it. And when I was doing my degree, I was in a hospital bed next to my dad because he was, he was taking his last breaths. And I was saying, I can do it. So can you? If my parents came from Uganda and they can do it, you can do it. If you can't hold a pen, I'll show you how to hold a pen. Yeah. So I think that was the encouragement, the confidence that they needed in class, that somebody does understand where we come from.
Yeah, absolutely, Azra. Beautifully said. And congratulations on the award.
No, thank you to WEA, and thank you everybody who've, chosen me for this award.
Indeed, and actually Jane Cordell, as we've heard from earlier, she said there's been a real theme this evening about the joy of learning, about it being okay for it to be social, shared and fun. I'm so happy to see that. Azra's approach sounds superb. There you go.
Thank you so much.
Of the highest level. Azra, many congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now to our final award, which is the WEA Tutor Digitally Innovative Teaching Award. And this award is for a tutor that's been innovative in their teaching approach online whilst engaging their students and supporting their success. And this award is kindly sponsored by the Education and Training Foundation, the body for professional development and standards in further education and training in England. And they are the guardian of the professional standards for the sector. Now, representing today is their National Head of Education, Technology and Digital Skills, Vicky. And I think Vicky's surname is a French one. Maybe I should get Simon to help me with the pronunciation. I'm going to go for it. I think it's Vicky is Elogia. So Vicky can maybe correct me later on, but welcome to you, Vicky. And we're looking forward to hearing from you. Now, before we announce the winner, our runner-up in this category is Emma Williamson. And for the last couple of years, Emma has been leading our tutors in the WA's ESOL project for refugee students with English as a second language, and those students who are based in Glasgow. And there you can see Emma on screen. Lovely to have you here as part of the awards. A beautiful regal wave there as well. When lockdown hit, the WA was worried that these most vulnerable of learners would not be able to access our learning. And project rules meant that the refugees couldn't start a class with us unless they had an initial language assessment, which allocates them a language level on an internationally recognised scale. So these rules are great in sort of normal times, but not so good when you're faced with a pandemic. At that time, no institution in the city was able to do these assessments online. However, this did not stop Emma. She devised an ingenious solution using an innovative digital language assessment online and these tools that enable the learners to access these assessments. So the students could be assessed for listening, speaking, reading and writing. And the online assessments have been a resounding success and have been arguably, they've saved the larger project's existence and also enhanced the profile of the charity within the city and right across Scotland. So we're very grateful for that. Partner organisations such as FE colleges and local authority adult learning departments have asked us how we did it. And the answer is Emma, who's next to me. But at the end of the day, Emma did this for her students, to whom she's shown such amazing dedication over the years. Thank you, Emma, and many congratulations to you. And I'm sure many others will want to know your secret as well. So well done to Emma. Lovely story. So now let's find out about the winner of the WA Tutor Digitally Innovative Teaching Award by showing you this video.
So I'm Lucy Hughes and I have won the Digitally Innovative Teaching Award. I teach sewing and dressmaking, pattern cutting and understanding dressmaking patterns. I was lifting my sewing machine up and saying you do this, do that, and it wasn't working. And then I was pre-recording demonstrations on my phone, which worked well. And I just thought, no, it's still not right, because I was asking questions and I wanted to be able to show people. So in the end, I got a visualizer hooked into my computer and you could see my hands, which was brilliant. And everyone said, oh, it's so much better than in the classroom because you can see close up. So they could see like what was written on the needles and everything really close up. So it made it so much easier. Later on, as we settled into it a bit more, I got a digital switcher, so I could switch between camera, I could have handouts on the screen. It's such a good tool to have a camera over the top of your hands or over the top of the sewing machine so that everybody can see, rather than having a group of people stood around you and only a couple of people can see certain things. You can see everything on screen and everyone can be safe. When Jill, my manager, said I've put you up for an award, is that all right? I was like, yeah, that's fine, not expecting anything from it. When I got the email to say, yeah, you've won, I was like, oh my God. I wouldn't have expected, just by you know, tweaking a few handouts and changing my way of teaching would make such a difference to so many people that have joined the online classes. So yeah, I was quite impressed.
Well, many congratulations go to Lucy there. And someone said, Kay said, I attended her classes. She's brilliant. So that's fantastic endorsement. And Vicky, as the sponsor, welcome to you from the Education and Training Foundation. Vicky, how do you pronounce your surname? So please put me out of my misery.
Lioshi.
Lioshi. So there is a French background there, isn't there? Is that?
Oh, yes, I am definitely French.
Yeah, and the most beautiful accent. Beautiful to listen to you. Vicky, thank you so much for sponsoring this on behalf of the Education and Training Foundation. So over to you. I know you're delighted to sponsor this award.
Indeed, yes, and thank you very much for inviting me to congratulate Lucy on this award. I think what she's achieved is quite remarkable, and the recent COVID-19 crisis really removed us from our comfortable learning context and really forced us to explore new teaching and learning approaches facilitated by digital. And 2020 really has been such a challenging year, but at the same time, it's been a learning and collaborative year, and we all discovered new ways to interact virtually with people and content. And really our mindset shifted to being explorers and collaborators. And Lucy, honestly, you've made such a real difference by bringing people together in such difficult time through technologies, meeting their evolving learning needs, and not only in terms of sewing skills, but also by fighting isolation, building self-confidence while developing the essential digital skills of all of them, and that we need to live, work, and study in a global digital society. So well done, and well done, Emma, as well. And thanks, Nadine.
Thank you so much, Vicky. Beautifully said as well. And there you go, Lucy. A great endorsement then. There's been so many comforting messages congratulating you. And I suppose it's that mixture of creative and digital, especially over the last year. People have really embraced the creative side, but need people like you in order to get them on their journey, because they needed that assistance, which they couldn't get face to face. So well done to you. Has it sunk in yet that you've won? And how are you feeling at the moment?
Very strange, because it's something that I would do naturally. So
yeah, and I can imagine actually, but actually having that digital innovation, did you think it would be so successful that people would really get on board with this? So just tell me your thoughts on, you know, your successes. It's a chance to blow your own trumpet.
Yeah, I'm not very good at that though. I didn't realise it would have such an impact on people's lives. So I was quiet because people were isolated, and it's opened up, you know, for them. Oh my God, how embarrassing.
No, I love it. You're gonna get me crying. Have you got the mascara on? Or is it going to start running? Is it? Yeah, no, you're right to feel. It's because it's an emotional moment, because actually it's about recognizing you, because you've had that impact on other people and they just want to say thank you so much. And you know, your creativity and merging with digital skills has allowed people to, you know, have a life. It's a lifeline, as we've heard, for so many people, particularly over the last year. And that's where the WA have really come into the fore, haven't they? We know they've been brilliant over these years, but haven't they just stepped up to the plate because of people like you?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's been brilliant for the WEA and for the students that have come on. I teach people all over the UK, and people that don't necessarily have those face-to-face classes near them. So it's opened up a world for me and for the students. And now we've got a really good set of courses for online that will continue to run. So it's definitely opened up a different pathway.
Yeah. A very exciting pathway, and thank you for opening it up for so many people. An amazing creative story. Lucy, a great deserved winner. So yeah, get the tissues to the ready.
You're person, but thank you.
Love it. Yeah.
And for the sponsor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lucy. Congratulations again. And it's time to award the second WA Fellowship of the evening to the former CEO of WA, Ruth Spellman, OBE, and someone I've had the pleasure to know and work with for a number of years. I knew Ruth before she joined the WA when she was a part of CMI. And to present the fellowship, to do the honours, it's a welcome back to Simon Parkinson. Simon, how are you doing? Simon, you're on mute. Yay!
Oh.
I got to send you to last. Well, you just wanted the prize, didn't you?
I've won something. I've won something at last.
I thought we'd got to the end and nobody had gone on mute, but brilliant, Simon. I couldn't think of a better person to say it to. Over to you.
Did it for the laugh, obviously. Just did it for the laugh. Just before I get on to I can't not mention Lucy. When Lucy says, well, it's just what anybody would do, or it's just what it really isn't, Lucy. You know, there are institutions up and down the country that closed their craft courses because it couldn't possibly be done online. Not only could it possibly be done online, but you've smashed it. You've shown that it can be done better. You know, and that is the WEA, and that is you. So, you know, congratulations, you know, because it's not just what everybody else is doing. So well done. Thank you. Yes, so how to lead into this? I think there's a saying, isn't there? I think maybe Sir Isaac Newton, there'll be others that'll tell me I'm wrong, that originally said it, that we're standing on the shoulders of giants. Well, in my particular case, my giant is a rather petite, and I'll be generous and say 5 foot tall, passionate advocate for adult education, and that's Ruth Spellman, OBE. Ruth was CEO of the WEA for 8 years, and a period of time through austerity, when not only was public funding being cut, but it was being devolved, and it was a real big threat to the WEA, to all types of our provision. And actually, it was through Ruth's leadership and guidance that actually I'm sat here able to talk about the strong position we find ourselves in as a WEA, the way we've reacted to COVID, the way we've been able to support Lucy and others to do all the great work that they've done over the 12 months that we've just had. So Ruth is a passionate advocate for all types of adult education, but particularly for that community-based liberal arts part-time learning. And she's been hammering home the need for continued public investment in that ever since I've known her. So, and she's not, you know, her resolve and her determination hasn't diminished since leaving the WEA. I mean, believe me, I get the emails, I get the next idea, I get the next contact that I'm to reach out to, I get the next policy position that I'm asked to take, and I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for Ruth's experience and guidance. So she's still very, very active, non-exec roles in Open University, Education and Training Foundation, Learning and Work Institute. There's probably another 2 or 3 that Ruth's involved with since we wrote this. You know, that's the power and the passion of the woman. And today, this fellowship recognises that. It recognises both the contribution to the WEA, but also that wider passion and advocacy for adult learning. The commitment's there for everybody to see. And actually, it has been seen, it's been recognised. In 2007, Ruth received the OBE for services to workplace learning. This year, she added another accolade to her collection in terms of the Lifetime Achievement Award. Now, you know, the Lifetime Achievement Award at the TESFE Awards. And now we're delighted to be able to bestow this fellowship on Ruth. I'm not going to embarrass her by asking her to rank in any particular order how important these 3 accolades are to her. But I've got a sneaking suspicion I know which is the most important. So Ruth, thank you. Thanks for everything you've done for us, and over to you.
Well, thank you, Simon. That's such a difficult thing to follow, and I am full of emotion. But I wanted to say a few things, actually, as you'll not be surprised, Simon, because it's not just a private conversation we're having. This is hopefully the start of a whole new growth of the WEA, which I've come to know and love so well. And it means a lot to me to be part of the family. You know, I actually feel this family sense of reaching out to a whole new generation of new students. And I'm amazed at the successes of the WEA in building on its platforms of interactive media, all the things that you've done which are about innovation, change, making difficult choices, all those things that have happened during the period of time that I've not been with you in an executive level role, but I know how tough some of those decisions are. And you've come through so brilliantly for all your friends and supporters and all your students and the 40,000 who had a course this year even, which is extraordinary. And I do not know of any other education provider that has made the same transition as well. So a little bit about my history. Can I talk a little bit about that? So I've always been a bit of a rebel, and I think joining the WEA for me was quite an important point in my life. I got to that stage where I thought, I can only really work in an organisation now that I truly believe in. And when the WEA role came up, as it did for Simon more recently, I thought, you know, this is a job I have to do. My father was a tutor with the WEA. My grandfather was a student of the WEA back in 1911, would you believe? And it was through the WEA that they got their place in society. And it was through that influence that I heard of the WEA when I was a tiny young girl. I have fourth in a family of 6 girls, and they're all high achievers. And I decided I was going to be one of those strong, resilient women that I had around me as role models, and I was going to succeed in my education. And I wasn't just doing it for me, I was doing it for the generations of women for whom it has become so important. I think the other thing that I think my educational journey has taught me is to think for myself, to challenge, not to accept the wisdom of others, but to challenge it, to feel that it's right to challenge, that, you know, having an inquiring mind is a good thing. It might be disruptive when you're 12 years old in the classroom and you're asking questions nobody really has the answers to. But on the other hand, you know, that's what keeps life so interesting and so challenging for us all. And we are being asked very difficult questions at the moment as a society. And if you look across the world, you can see the kind of social challenges everyone has. So, you know, it's the relevance of what we do at the WEA, getting people to understand their strengths, their potential, to dig deep, to think widely about what their role is in society. Those things are incredibly important. If we're all selfish, we will all die. If we don't reach out to other people, we will not survive as a species. And it's as simple as that. And what made the WEA so special for me was the opportunity I had to lead an incredible team, to build strengths where I thought the organisation was really finding it difficult to make some of those changes that Simon has referred to, but which have then gone on and been that innovation and that change has been incorporated into the WEA way of doing things. And nobody's ever satisfied with good. We want excellent. And I think that's such a great thing to drive your performance, to drive your personal motivation, and to inspire others to support you. Because you have to be good at what you do, or you will not succeed in life, and you will not get the funding that you need to do the incredible job that you do. So being good at things is important. And therefore, all of those individual efforts, all that blood, sweat and tears that you put into both the organisation of tonight, that you put into the teaching through the year, and through inspiring your students has made the difference. It is about blood, sweat and tears, but it's also about love. We have to feel that feeling. You have to embrace other people and understand their potential and be inspired by it. And don't be afraid, you know, don't be afraid to learn things, new things yourself. This year during lockdown, I have very belatedly picked up a painting brush and done some painting. And I've also been writing some poems, mainly about COVID, because I was so angry at the earlier stages of COVID, at all the very obvious mistakes that were being made. This is not really a party political point, but I felt so angry for all the people who were suffering, sometimes completely needlessly. And it really sort of made me newly aware of why never forgetting we are connected is so important. And, you know, the WEA is such a great survivor. You know, if you think about what's happened during the 20th century from 1903 onwards, it survived 2 world wars, the Depression, the Thatcher years, years of pay restraint and austerity measures and cuts in public services. And we're still going and we're still strong. And as Simon was saying, we're more open today than we've ever been before. Now that's a hell of a success story, and it's worth anybody's investment. So when I look at the cuts that are, perhaps being threatened to adult education, I think we should be loud and proud. I think we should be out there telling some of those stories, telling some of the fabulous stories that we've heard today. Believe that we can do things, because we can, we can, if we develop people, we can do anything. And those impact stats that Simon was quoting from, they are fabulous figures. So, my job now as an ambassador for the WEA and also as a fellow will be to get as many of these messages out there as possible, to use every ounce of influence and to work with partners such as the ETF and the Learning and Work Institute and Advisor, which gives careers advice to all age people. My job is to try and connect those dots, to make those partnerships stronger, and to make sure that WEA impact is understood. It's a very good investment for any chancellor, whatever their political opinion may be. It's the only hope for our country to grow and renew itself, to invest in everyone, and particularly in education. So, can I just repeat my thank you to Simon, to John, to the staff, the volunteers, everyone that I've met at the WEA. And particularly, can I say to all those winners today, be a winner, live the part, be truly proud of what you've achieved. And don't be shy about telling people about the WEA or your success story. They reflect great credit on you as individuals and your capacity. So I wanted to thank you and also congratulate you, and also say personally, that whilst I've done a lot of jobs and I've enjoyed them all, it is my way of getting involved in things to commit myself to them properly. But the WEA has made the most difference to me, and I will always be your supporter. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruth. And there's so many messages of support from you. Bravo, Ruth, a great inspiration. Thank you, Ruth. Heartfelt and passionate as always. A true and inspirational advocate. Really powerful intervention. Thanks, Ruth. Bless you, Ruth. I mean, the list goes on, and there's a few people crying blood, sweat. There's tears tonight, Ruth, because of you, and love as well. And I just want to say thank you for being Ruth Spellman, and thank you for the part that you've played in the WA history. You will always go down as a legend, and long may Ruth Spellman continue. Thank you very much, Ruth. You really are a superb human being. And the fellowship is really, really going to a fabulous place today, alongside the other fellowship that we gave out. So congratulations to you. Well, that concludes all of our awards. Many congratulations to all of our award winners. Thank you again to the sponsors for your support. It is very much appreciated. Thank you one and all for coming to the 2021 WEA Awards. We're so proud of our students and their achievements, and our tutors and the quality of teaching they provide. And just like your favourite pet, don't forget that the WEA charity isn't just here for this award season. Oh no, it's here for life, because you can get involved with us in many ways to support lifelong learning. And whether that's by volunteering, being an ambassador, donating to the charity, becoming a member, or signing up for one of our courses. And as you've heard, you don't need any previous knowledge or qualification to join most of our courses, only a willingness to share with others your curiosity, ideas and experience. And I know sometimes people need that encouragement to get involved as well, but that's where the tutors come in to help you every step of the way and understand, from your point of view, how best to get the best out of you as a learner. And as we've seen today, we know that learning with the WEA can make a huge difference to our learners' lives. And we're passionate about helping them achieve their goals, be that to gain a job, get them on in a career, develop a passion, or simply to connect with the community around them, that lifeline we've been hearing about. We hope you enjoyed the ceremony and found our students and tutors as inspiring as I certainly did. And if you'd like to become a member to enjoy our weekly online lectures, we already heard Simon talking about, it's only £15 a year to see all those fabulous lectures that we've been running pretty much every Thursday evening, aside from tonight. Or sign up to a course to improve yourself, or just because you love to learn, because you know that lifelong learning is what we do, then please visit our website, which is wa.org.uk, to find out more. And the website will have a record of all today's winners, the runners-up and the fellows, with photos, the videos, the written up biographies on all. And in around a couple of days' time or so, I'm being deliberately ambiguous, so not to land anybody with an impossible deadline, the recording of these awards will be available to watch on demand too. So you can relive it all again. Share the link with friends, families and colleagues. I'm sure they'll be inspired to watch it too. Finally, I'd like to wish you all the very best over the coming months. And remember, learning is so much more than knowledge. It's confidence, friendship, purpose, and above all, hope. On behalf of the WA, thank you so much for taking part in these awards. Take care and goodbye.